We're back for the final version 1.3 Memory of Chaos stages. We're running with Herta, Pela, Sushang, and Lynx. Team 2 will be Serval, Dan Heng, Natasha, and Yukong. If you wanted to try different teams, you could potentially switch Serval with Sampo. It'd probably work out better, but unfortunately Sampo's level 60 and has no investment, so I can't really pull him off. So we'll just initiate with Pela. That sucks. That really sucks. Okay. We're in pretty dire straits right now, if I'm being honest. We need damage dealt to Herta so she gets her ult quicker, but since she wasn't hit once, we're probably not going to get it till the middle of next cycle, which means we've most likely lost a cycle in the grand scheme of it. We'll have to see. Maybe the boss just focuses every single attack on her right now. It's happened. Not enough. One more hit would have been fine. Okay. She'll recover her ult from a dragonfish. At the very least, we only had to take one dragonfish attack. Oh, that's so bad. So bad. You want to kill both dragonfish there so that you can get all of your debuffs on, because that 30% defense reduction is huge. And unfortunately, she was frozen and not bled, so she doesn't take a lot of damage either. But she was low enough. That was very rare. Pela doesn't really have the damage to do enough, honestly, most of the time, so her being low enough was complete luck.
Enemy targets detected.
She has heal over time, so she's fine.
Want to see what I can do?
I messed up. Okay, well. She does have heal over time, but I don't know if it's good enough. I'll use Pela's ult here. And with this, we can do some decent damage with Sushang. Oh, I didn't realize Lynx moved before her. That's fantastic for us. We'll do more damage with Sushang then. So basically, the shtick here is to bring the Silvermane Lieutenant to a point where it can be weakness broken with one attack. This will basically allow you to bypass his counter, which does a ridiculous amount of damage, and we lost that trotter, which really sucks. Because, okay, at least we killed one. Those things do a lot of damage, so we just want them gone. Yeah, we can try the skill point. Okay.
Honored to meet me.
We'll target this guy. Target some more. And continue targeting him. With this, he'll be in weakness break range from a skill or ultimate. Basically, you just need either Pela's or Herta's ultimate to land on him to bring him within range, which is nice. Whatever. The boss just uses its charge up, so we don't have to worry about it. Oh, I messed up. Okay. Might as well just bleed them both.
Do you know
26. At least we're not hurting for time. We'll just do this, and then Sushang can do a little bit more damage. And if we finish by next cycle, it's pretty good, but I still wouldn't mind 24 cycles.
enemy data net markers activate? Time for good old counter.
boss has a pretty large toughness bar, so she's a lot harder to deal with than the Lieutenant. You know what, we'll just do it. Better to be safe. I don't want to trip at the finish line. Okay, so that was a pretty decent first run. I find the first stage pretty consistent. The most inconsistent thing is the first cycle, or not the first cycle, the first wave, or you may or may not regenerate your Herta ultimate turn 1, because that can make the difference of a cycle, which can be everything for stage 2 depending on how your DPS is. I think with 25 cycles I'm good.
Don't get careless.
I'm gonna focus the right one. Imprison the trotter. And the left one chose Dan Heng, which hurts, but we'll make do. Oh, they both chose Dan Heng, so I guess there was no wrong answer. So we'll use Dan Heng's skill here. Heal him up, which also activates his passive, which is really great. And we can use Yukong's ult here. And then we also get a pretty beefy Dan Heng ult, hopefully. Okay, great. It doesn't quite a lot of the time, so you never know. We'll just generate a skill point. We'll heal here. I don't trust that they'll target Yukong, and that's really the only scenario where Dan Heng wants. And we'll get rid of that debuff. And just focus this guy a little bit more. We'll also imprison this trotter. And just do more damage to the trotter, honestly. Serval doesn't really do a lot to the bosses.
Fighting is meaningless.
Okay, so we heal that.
Ready to jam. Stay the course.
We'll use Yukong's skill. Serval will take action here, and we'll also just use her ult, because why not?
Just in time. Just a little something.
Then we'll heal up.
Ready to jam.
The truth of life and death.
Use Dan Heng's ultimate, because why not? Okay, sweet.
The wind is rising. From the bow.
And then we'll just focus on trying to weakness break this thing.
Spirit never dies.
Fantastic, and we imprisoned it, which is always a good thing. And we can get quite a bit of trotter damage off. Saying that, it still barely did anything to him.
That's better.
Don't worry about me.
We'll just generate a skill point for now, do some more damage. And we don't need to waste a skill point since our ult's ready.
Stay the course.
And just imprison the trotter, because you never know. Okay, Dan Heng's being targeted. That's interesting.
Ready to jam.
I don't know how valuable this trotter is. Might as well just keep it around. Jeez. Okay.
Naughty child. That's
We'll get rid of
Don't worry
that.
about me. The truth of
Might as well
life and
use his
death.
ult while his passive's active. Pretty good damage.
Spirit never dies.
Seems like the trotter was probably useless, honestly.
time for a shot.
Well, at least we get our ults.
Ready
Fighting
to
is
jam.
meaningless.
I think we kill with a basic. If we didn't, that would have been really bad. So this is just a single target attack. We'll see who it hits. Oh, he doesn't even move first. Oh, Natasha, we're good.
That's it. Just in time. Just a little something.
I should have healed after Serval got hit the first time I messed up.
That's better.
Stay ready to
Honestly,
jam.
with this stage, I'm wanting to play more safe with Sori.
From the bow.
And We'll use Serval's ult here, hopefully we can kill them all. Fantastic. Now we can use Dan Heng when the boss is vulnerable. I want to deal with those swords as early as possible, if I'm being completely honest. They're terrible. And you want to be able to toughness break the boss. We'll heal here.
Just a little something.
I think it's a freeze next, so that kind of sucks. Oh, I was wrong. I haven't faced this boss enough to actually know his patterns.
Naughty child.
We'll heal up.
Ready to
A little
jam.
scared of the next turn. We'll have to see how it goes. Do the calculations. Yeah, I think this is a good play.
You're all in, Sid. I'm just warming up.
Okay.
No interest in conflict.
I think we're shock breaking, which kind of sucks. I would have preferred it in prison.
Easy as that. To the clouds. The wind is rising.
Whatever, we will capitalize on this and deal as much damage as we can.
Fighting is meaningless.
Ready to lose yours? You can fight
Okay,
it.
so
Or rock with it.
Don't worry. The truth of
this
life
we
and
can
death.
get Dan Heng's ult off. I think he just charges up next turn. Maybe. Yep.
Songs for you.
Let's regenerate some energy, kill some trotters. We do survive this if we're all at full health.
Spirit never.
That is still a pretty big ask. We'll use our ult first. We'll probably want Dan Heng to use his skill and try to kill. Okay, this is stressful. Dan Heng does get his ultimate. I think we're good. I think we are good.
The truth of
Because,
life is
yeah, he didn't have his passive, so I knew his skill would do it. Okay, fantastic. It's a stressful stage, because everything kills you. And I was very scared about that charge up attack. I forget the name already. But yeah, the charge up attack. I did do a trial run, which you could see by the 1 star. And that's how I knew I could survive a hit of it. But that was honestly my biggest fear for this fight, because I was worried I'd have to play around weakness break. Anyways, that's the end of the version 1.3 Memory of Chaos series. I did put this in the comments of Stage 9, but I did have some computer issues, which is why this came out a day later. And I might not be able to do the editing for this, so I will do a more complete... Oh, I reclaimed that. So I will do a more complete unit overview. So, let's see. Team 1 was... I need these sorted by 4 stars, jeez. Herta. So, I will also go over a little bit more detail since I did do some upgrades. For Herta, I did upgrade her for Stage 9, because she was great for both Stage 9 and 10. Pretty much maxed out her basic for the trotters, and then her talent and ultimate as much as I could. Her skill is secondary, although it will be more important with the upcoming Memory of Chaos buff. Where are the stats? You pretty much just want to focus crit rate, crit damage, and the ice damage. And then I have 6 limit breaks on her. This is just because I think we get 4 limit breaks for free now. And if they keep on adding simulated universes, it's like we just need 2 more universes to get her max limit break for free. So I really only have 2 gacha versions of her. For the second character was Pela. I put a decent amount of work into her, just getting her light cone up to 74. I didn't really do anything with her traces. I don't really find the 1% increase from the talent too impactful for the price. I wanted effect hit rate, and then I also went for a defense piece here for a little bit more durability. I did want all these units at 3 limit breaks for the later stages. The second limit break's absolutely useless. The first one's decent when combined with Herta, though. For the third character, it was... Or I guess we can do Sushang first, which was a character I had to specifically upgrade for this stage. She has the cruising in the Stellar Sea, and I did upgrade her skill and ultimate as high as possible. I also broke her past level 70 and got the Vanquisher. Nothing too special for the set. And then for the limit breaks, honestly the first limit break is one of the highest value limit breaks you can get for her. She's incredibly great at one limit break, so I highly recommend it, especially since we get one for free. The 6th limit break is also decent if you have it. It could definitely help you speed up that first fight. The last character was Lynx. This is a character I somewhat invested in, but she's new, so she is limited. I wanted her to have energy regen, basically. Got her ultimate and skill as high as I could. Her ult's the most important thing. I'm just running her a speed HP split here. These are really just the best pieces I had on hand. I also brought her at 3 limit breaks as well. I actually did not utilize the second limit break as much. I'll be honest, I didn't read the limit breaks before limit breaking, or I didn't even know it existed. Okay, team 2 is... We'll start with Serval. Not lots to be said about her. Since she did a decent amount of damage. She was mostly there for breaking trotters and swords. Could definitely get this if I had the resources, but I didn't. I would definitely change her set because she's not weakness breaking anything. So I would probably go 4-piece lightning. Yeah. Oh, she didn't really use her skill either. Maybe 2-piece lightning, 2-piece musketeer. And then I do have her at 3 limit breaks as well, which is kind of what I'm keeping all characters at. I just find 3 limit breaks is just a good split because they're overkill for the first 5 stages, but kind of like a standard for the last 5. Dan Heng is swordplay, love it on him. I did have to max out his ultimate and skill for stage 9, so he didn't change much past then, but I didn't really show off the stats then. Pretty standard. I don't have wind on him because I do have this 30% crit damage piece, and it's just a little bit better. His second limit break is pretty good if you can get it. It just makes your damage more consistent, I'd say. But you could definitely do without it. For Natasha, I really just love the super imposition 5 post-op, just because she really needs that energy regen, and you can't get it anywhere else. You can still survive without it, but I'd say she's one of those characters that if there was such thing as an energy regen trace, she would direly need it. I'm running with the Traversing Hackerspace set, just because her ult does proc it, with just HP and energy regen. Her limit breaks are actually pretty good. Like, they're not crazy, but they're just nice quality of life. Or Yukong. For stage 9, I had to build her more tanky, which meant that she wasn't as reliable as a DPS. Dance was a great light cone on her. If you're running Imbibitor Lunae, you'd probably want the Planetary, but Dance is a really great light cone on her. I maxed out her ultimate because that's her main source of damage, and then of course you want all these bonus abilities. For the relics, I actually gave her my Blade relic set just so that she could get more max HP, since it has some decent max HP stats. So yeah, she was just dying too often in stage 9, and the same would have been true for stage 10, so I kept it. Her first limit break is great. Second one comes into effect sometimes, because I do sometimes play around it with Dan Heng, and I guess Serval was saving her ult for a bit, but yeah. Anyways, that is all. Sorry, this took a little longer. Like I said, I ran into some computer issues, so I kind of lost all my templates and stuff, so I don't think I'll get to do the editing. If you stuck around this long, I do plan to get back into the events for version 1.4. what was it, the Ethereum War event or whatever looked really fun, so I do hope to do some content on that. Then of course the Memory of Chaos. Anyways, that's all. Thanks for watching.